Alright guys, it's finally here. Fight week for Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. A clash that was years in the making is now just days away, assuming nothing goes sideways again. So before this huge event unfolds, let's break it all down. I'll be diving into what each fighter brings to the table, where they might have the edge, and of course, my prediction for what might be the biggest night in British boxing this year. Let's start with the more controversial figure. Benn. First word that comes to mind? Explosive. He fights like he's got something to prove, and honestly, he kind of does. Carrying the Benn name in UK boxing isn't exactly light work, but to his credit, he's carved out his own identity too. Benn's got fast hands, legit power, and that aggressive, crowd-friendly style. When he's on, he overwhelms opponents. Just look at what he did to Chris Algieri or Samuel Vargas. That left hook? Nasty. But with that aggression comes risk. He's not exactly elusive defensively. Chin's a bit high, and he's not afraid to trade punches, which could be dangerous against someone like Eubank, who's naturally the bigger guy and has been in with way tougher competition. Speaking of size, this one's at middleweight, 160 lbs. Benn's a career welterweight who's only recently moved up to 154, and even there, he didn't look super comfortable. Another jump in weight? That could be a huge factor when it comes to absorbing shots or dishing them out. Now let's talk about Chris Eubank Jr. experience. Durability, toughness. He's been in with serious names: Groves, DeGale, Billy Joe, Liam Smith. Win or lose, he's never looked completely outclassed. That says a lot. His gas tank's legit, and when he gets going in close with that high guard, he can overwhelm guys with volume. Recently, though, he's tried to be more of a boxer, working behind a jab, fighting off the back foot. Sometimes. It works, sometimes. Not so much. That's part of what got him clipped by Liam Smith the first time. They tried to reinvent the wheel, and it backfired. At 34, age and mileage are real factors. He's been around the block, and while he hasn't taken brutal beatings, you do start to wonder if his best days are behind him. So what are the keys to victory? For Benn, it's all about early pressure. He has to make it a dogfight, get inside, work the body, and land something big before Eubank settles in. If he gives Eubank time and space to work behind the jab, he's in trouble. Benn's best shot is in those early rounds when he's fresh, fast, and dangerous. Eubank, on the other hand, needs to control the tempo. Stay composed, use that jab, wear Benn down, and start upping the pace in the later rounds. If he can survive the early onslaught, his experience and ring IQ could start to shine. Then there's the mental side. This fight isn't just about two. Guys, it's about legacy. The Benn versus Eubank rivalry is iconic in British boxing, and both guys are carrying that torch with them. Benn fights like he's got a chip on his shoulder. Years of controversy, the failed tests, it's all built up. If he channels that energy the right way, he could be dangerous. But if it gets to him, could be his downfall. Eubank seems more composed in the spotlight. Say what you want about him, but the guy knows how to sell a fight and keep his cool. That psychological edge might be his biggest weapon, also worth watching. The weigh-in. Benn should hit 160 comfortably, but for Eubank, cutting back down could be tricky. His dad's been vocal about concerns there for a reason. Alright, prediction time. This one's tough. It really is a 50-50 on paper, but if I had to lean one way, I'm going with Chris Eubank Jr. by late stoppage or a points decision. He's the naturally bigger guy, has more experience at this level, and if he can weather the early storm, I think he takes over in the back half of the fight. But don't count Benn out. He's got the youth, the power, and that wild card energy. If he lands clean early, it could be lights out. Let me know what you guys think. Who's winning this one? Benn or Eubank? How do you see it ending? KO or decision? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and I'll be covering all the drama as fight night gets closer, so hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. Appreciate you guys watching. Catch you in the next one.